Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and so today we're going to do a lot of different kind of insights, a little different, going back and transitioning back into celebrity psychic readings, here and there. But also don't forget to pay attention to my channel because I will be doing a lot of the haunted series that I've been, doing. So today I went to the spa, got a facial, and yeah, I had that done. It was a hydrofacial, and my skin is a little red from that. And then I had some Botox again. Well, it's not Botox, it's called Newtox. So some of these lines here, they should be gone. I don't probably need it, but, I have an event coming up, which I'm very excited for. So talking about the event in Halloween, October, I want to talk about the CDC guidelines. Like, craziness. We have been through a year of hell. We have had so much told, what we could not do, what we could do. Now the one day that kids all over the world look forward to, and I speak for all the kids because I was a kid at one time. And shoot, I'm still like a big kid. When I think about, Halloween and the magic of that, and then Christmas and, not just the gifts, but the food and listening to your favorite Christmas carols and whatnot. This is all about political control. CDC says, that right now they advise against, having any kind of Halloween celebrations where I guess you have trick-or-treaters or you have people who are throwing big parties and whatnot. This is crazy. I have an event, which I'm going full forward with, unless, there's something out there that says you can't do it, which, you have to follow the rules and the laws. I'm not a lawbreaker, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm thinking that everything is going to be fine, and people are still going to, you should not be scared to go and do trick-or-treating. Kids are wearing masks. Usually a costume is a mask, and the materials out of some of those costume masks are stronger and thicker than the masks that they would wear to school or to any other place. Some of them are plastic. Like, hello, come on. But anyways, they're going to always want to ruin. And this is all political. It is all political. If they can continue to ruin and control people, they will continue to do it. And we have to stop it. And that's what the silent majority is no longer silent. On another thing, if for those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, you really should. I'm just saying, follow me at Psychic Medium Ray. If I'm kind of close to the mic, it's because the last time I did a reading, obviously I don't know what went wrong, but you couldn't hear me. So I looked at this. I follow is it Breitbart? Or Breitbart or whatever, and it says U.S. Attorney military ballots cast for Trump found discarded in Pennsylvania. This is the thing that I've been saying, and I've been saying that it's going to continue to happen as we get into the month of October. The craziness already. It's going to get bad because they are going to pull out when I say they, I mean like the Democrats, the left party, not all of them, but the ones that are controlled of like the state, and the different elections offices and counties and precincts. They're going to pull out the dirty stops that they can, because they're trying to do anything and everything to reclaim the power and control of the U.S. presidency seat and position. They do not want Trump in office. So we're starting to see that a lot of his ballots and stuff, this is why Trump has been pushing. Notice also how the headlines on CNN, fake news, right? And all the other fake news outlets that are left-wing, the New York Post and all that, they are all with headlines that Trump refuses to do a peaceful transition of power. Why would you have a headline running like that? First of all, it's subliminal programming to program the minds of people and to get them brainwashed into thinking that this is what they do with celebrities before they commit suicide. Allegedly, they commit suicide or they are murdered. They put in headlines, washed up singer, blah, blah, blah has happened. Pay attention, because they do this months and sometimes years before this person disappears. Just like Julian Assange, they had, the headlines that he was going to be murdered, or he thinks that he's losing his mind, blah, blah, blah. These are all strategic things that the dark cabal, the darkness is doing. And they do it so well that they people believe it. They believe all that crap and they fall for it very, very easily. So again, don't pay attention to those headlines. Know that they are lying. They're fabricating things. They're spinning narratives. It is crazy. It is insane. The Breonna Taylor case is another very sensitive subject. I did a reading on Breonna. I believe I said justice would be done. Beautiful young lady, did not have to die. Did the police make a mistake in what they did? There's a lot of things that were omitted from the case itself that the left wing are not going to say. Black Lives Matter is not going to say, because again, this has become a race war. But when we're talking about that, I listened to a video as well, and then I've been following the case now. There are witnesses and accounts of people, neighbors that saw the police knock on the door. Well, apparently, allegedly, there's so many different versions of this, of what happened. But I do believe this final version that I'm going to be mentioning here today, that, again, her boyfriend was into things that he maybe shouldn't have been. Why would you carry a gun? I know I understand it's to protect yourself, but why would you have it? And why would you shoot at somebody unless that door came flying down? Now, middle of the night, I don't believe there's a lot of noise where you can't hear, unless they have the TV and radio going, that you can't hear somebody, saying police or cops. Where are the cops? Open the door. I mean, you kind of know. And the thing is here is that what they don't say is that he shot at the police first. So, they were giving a no-knock warrant. They were serving that, but they did knock. They ended up knocking and announcing themselves. But the left party and a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement is not going to say that, because for them, it is a race war. This is a race war. This is bloodshed. They're killing innocent police officers. I stand with the blue. I don't care if you like me for saying it or not. I'm going to say it. I stand with the police. We need our police. Do not defund the police. We need them. When you guys out there that are crying for defund the police and get rid of the police and hurt the police, what are you going to do when somebody comes into your home and tries to rob you? What are you going to do when your sister is out partying and she gets, attacked by somebody, or there is a fight? We've always had, even back in the old times, the 1800s, 1700s, there's always been a legal system. We do need the police. This whole thing is all Soros sponsored. It is all a narrative. It is all dark. It's all gross. It's yucky, or like Britney Spears would say, ew. Yeah, it is. It's all of that. It's just gross. Everything that is going on. This is what I wrote on Instagram. I said this, and I'm going to say it here again. I said here, according to witnesses, the police did announce themselves, but media and the far left will never tell you about this because they create division and a race war. This isn't about Breonna anymore. And just because they are rioting and killing police, that is not going to bring her back. I highly doubt, as a spiritual medium, that Breonna, who is a very sweet and beautiful soul, would want innocent cops and hurt and killed because a certain group of them acted in self-defense. Now, don't shoot at the cops. Stop using dead spirits of our loved ones to feed your political narratives. Trump didn't kill Breonna. Other cops didn't kill Breonna. And the businesses and people that you are going to their establishments and looting and burning and killing have nothing to do with Breonna. So, yes, we said her name. But your justice here on earth is not the same as justice in the spirit world. No spirit can rest in peace when you keep using hate behind the call. And I wrote this on Instagram, and I wanted to say the quote here because it's so very true, and I stand behind that. Spirits that have crossed over, when you keep calling upon them in a way that is very unrestful and behind the energy and intentions behind what they're doing, which is hurting people and killing people. Take your anger out. Don't take it out on white people or people like myself that are mixed with black and Hispanic and Latino or Spanish bloodlines. Don't take it out on us because we are light skinned, and don't assume that every Trump supporter is racist because they support Trump. That's the whole thing. I have friendships that I've lost over this, and I'm not trying to go into that, but I'm just saying that people associate you, as if you're a Trump supporter, that you're, because of that, you are racist. I also saw another video, which was very disturbing today, of a black officer being ganged up on by a lot of black people that are part of this Black Lives Matter movement and whatnot. I don't know, but it looked like Antifa, not Black Lives Matter. And they were cussing at this black police officer and telling him that he was a disgrace and that he should take off the uniform, and just all kinds of profanities and just being very dark individuals, to pull out his gun, inciting unrest. Those people need to be locked up. They need to be locked up for and given all kinds of charges for harassment, for threatening, and we need to start seeing some kind of major accountability for these people, because, again, like I said, the whole thing is they're using dead people, spirits of people that we love that have passed on, like Breonna, and they're using this now. They're using her face, plastering it everywhere, say her name. We've said her name, Breonna Taylor. We know that she died, or she got murdered, as a lot of people are saying, right? It was an accident in how it happened. A lot of people are going to negate that fact and say that it wasn't an accident. But the thing of the matter is here, you cannot solve the problems in the world with hate. And this is the problem that we've been experiencing here in the USA since this whole pandemic or plandemic started back, in December or October of last year in China. And then here in the US by March and April, we started, shutting down and seeing all this, the bad stuff happening here. Part of the issue here is like the weather events, the fires, the unrest, the locusts, or not the locusts, but those Japanese hornets or whatever, murder hornets, the fires in Australia. All of this is spiritual unrest. It's our ancestors that are very angry with us because we have not learned our lesson. We are still in that same mindset. There's a lot of people that during the pandemic were awoken spiritually, and they're not inciting this violence. And then you have the people that are still spiritually vibrating on a very low vibrational level. It's not aligned with a 5D vibration, who are inciting hate and going back to the racist, that white people are racist and calling people Karen. And I apologize for anybody that I've called Karen here on my channel, because I know that I kind of was brainwashed in that kind of mentality at the beginning of the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, I don't regret supporting Black Lives Matter. I support it as long as it's peaceful and it is with a purpose. But I don't support the violent parts of, where they are literally killing police officers and beating white people. I don't support that. That to me is like no better. I'm going to say it. It's like if you're black and you're doing that, you are being the racist person. And I'm saying that because a lot of people think it's if you are black that you cannot be racist. And the fact of the matter is there's a lot of black people out there that are racist against people like us. We are not our ancestors. We are not, it doesn't matter if we had those ancestors. We are not them. Don't hold us to the same standards as, I don't see throughout the whole world when I go out every day, I don't see people spitting on black people, white people, or Latino people spitting on black people. I don't see people, having all whites here only, or segregation in the bus. Those things are non-existent, but it's almost like we are living in a world where even though these things are no longer going on like the 1960s and the civil rights movements, it's being brought back to the forefront. And racism, even though it does exist in certain parts, you are part of the problem if you are classifying other people, your brothers and sisters out here, as being racist, all of them, because the fact of the matter is that we're not. And I'm speaking as we because I'm light skinned, and a lot of people that come to my channel that are black folks don't like me because I look white, and I'm not white. And I've said that I have black ancestry, and I claim it, and I'm proud of it. But it's crazy. We need to band together. This is all what the master plan was, division. Now you're seeing where there is true racism that is being created of white people against black people because of all this stuff, and black people against white people. And That's what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted it to happen, and it's been happening, and it's just going to continue to escalate and get out of control. Put love into your heart, eliminate the prejudices, eliminate the racism, eliminate all of that. That does not serve you a bit. Sorry. All right, shifting gears, because that is morbid much. It is a darker thing. We're going to talk about the Kardashians, because a lot of people have been asking me to talk about them. So I'm here. I'm going to give you the tea as soon as I answer the door to get my special drink. Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, so now I want to talk about the Kardashians. A lot of people are like, the Kardashian show is over. A lot of people are grateful for that. But I went on to, I was following, I think, Ellen's show just to kind of see what is going on with her, which I'm going to talk about that too here, because a lot of people have been asking. So I got my matcha tea here. I love a good matcha. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. Okay, anyways, the Kardashians. I went on to this Instagram page of Ellen DeGeneres, right? Just to kind of see the news, the tea. And on that page, I saw something about Kris Kardashian being interviewed by Ellen. And she's going into the spill about how, how did they feel? Who took it the worst? Kris says that Khloe took it the worst because they had been working with the same production company and the same group of people filming, day in and day out for years. And now, they had to break it to them that they decided that, they no longer wanted to do the show. Bullcrap. All lies. All lies. Like, the biggest thing here, I feel like, was it boiled down to ratings. They were not getting the ratings that they were needing. And money. They wanted more money. And the network was like, no, honey, we're not going to do that. These people are all about money. I'm like, Kris, please tell the truth. Be transparent. Be authentic. Stop saying lies just to make it look like, oh, we just all decided that it was time to step away from the camera. I'm like, girl, bye. I'm like, I cannot stand, like, when you're an empath and you can see through people and you're like, you're lying, that just irks me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of relieved that the show has been canceled, that it's going away, because to me it was just useless. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Maybe some people out there, I don't want to offend no one, but you know how that goes. I'm very uninhibited when I say things unfiltered, just so you're going to get what you're going to get. But I honestly did not care for the show. I never did. In the beginning, I was kind of like a fan of them, and I thought it was okay. But then they started going into like personal details of their grooming and, all the kind of stuff that they would do, the genitalia and stuff, like, talking about vaginas and stuff. I'm like, girl, nobody wants to hear about your pubic hairs and how you, do things down there. I'm like, no, that's like that's just like, to me, it's brain rot. It's decay. Like, nobody needs to know those details. Like, show us what your bank account looks like. Show us where you go shopping. Like, those things would be interesting, but not about this boy drama and all. It's like, it's been played out even before the Kardashians. Like, we had 90210. All these storylines and stuff came like from those different things, from the writers of the show, because that the Kardashians was scripted. Even though they will deny that. But anyways, I saw that and I was just laughing. I was like, girl, come on. So that went on. And then Ellen DeGeneres. Everybody's been talking about Ellen DeGeneres. They want to know, like, what is going on with her. I've given the tea on my Patreon, so I'm going to just give you a little snippet here. She's not in a good place energetically. The show, I do feel, and I still foresee it being canceled. Yes, it is going to be canceled sooner or later. Sources close to the show say that it's not, but I say that it is going to be. And I'm not saying because I want it to be canceled, but that's another show I don't watch, but I do feel like it's going to be canceled. You can tell she's not right. And when you look at her now, like the new episodes or whatever, the one that I saw with the Kris Jenner thingy, she doesn't look right. She does not look right. She doesn't feel like she wants to even be there doing the show, whatnot. So yeah, like that's gonna go away completely. I feel like and there's problems between her and Portia, and I talk about the relationship on Patreon. So if you want to know that tea, go and sign up. Again, it's www.patreon.com/psychic medium Ray. So we're talking about that, and then there's just so many other things that I want to talk about here that I'm seeing. Going back to Kim and Kanye, people have been talking about whether or not they're going to get divorced. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. And I actually feel like they're already filed the paperwork, or they already are in the process of this, but we will not know for a year or maybe a couple of months. I'm just saying just a couple of months between now and a couple of months, or maybe a year later. We will not know because, again, they do things in advance to have time to prepare, to give a story, to have, address the press, so that way their image and their brand looks okay. But their marriage is like obsolete. I don't care what pictures they reveal or they put out there or videos and stuff like that. I feel like their marriage is absolutely a farce, and it's already ended, from what I can feel and see. Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Now, I believe that's the guy that supposedly shot her or whatnot. There's more to the story that Megan is not telling, okay? That's what I can tell you. There is a lot more. I don't feel like he is, like, there's more to the story. That's all I can say. There's more to the story, and I'll probably give more additional tea on Patreon as well, but there is more to that story. And Tory Lanez, I feel like, is going to say things, and he's going to defend himself. So we're going to have to see that, because I did see a headline that he's going to be coming live or doing some kind of interview to address this rumors or scandals or whatnot. But yeah, that is crazy, and I feel like, again, there's a lot of stuff that he's holding back on. I do feel like Megan is one of those mean girls in some ways. She's sweet and whatnot, but she can also be very mean. And I feel like she's done things and said things that she is not going to tell the crowds and whatnot to make herself look like a victim, because, again, she has albums that she's putting out, music that she's putting out, and a brand, and she wants to look very relevant, and she wants to look as the good girl, but she has her own issues as well. They both do. Tori and Megan have issues, and that's all I can say. And so, yeah, we're gonna have to see how that all plays out. But let me see what else I see here. What else is irrelevant right now, because there's so much stuff. Just so much stuff. When I scroll through like Instagram or whatnot, I'm like, okay. Oh, Maluma and J-Lo, they just did a recent video. It's called, I'm trying to see what it's called here. I'm just gonna look. Let me see. Let me go to J-Lo's page and see. It's called Pati. Yeah, For You. Pati Lonely. That's what it's named. So anyways, that is going to be very interesting, because I'm a big fan of Maluma. He is hot, obviously, but so is Jennifer Lopez. And so we are going to see exactly what chemistry they have, what kind of, music video they have planned for us, and song. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I never really cared for J-Lo a lot, but I do like Maluma. So we're going to have to see. But I'm not saying anything bad about J-Lo. She's got, her looks and stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty much like what I wanted to talk about. These were like the pressing things that I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people have been messaging me and DMing me and wanting to know the true tea about all of this. So that's what I have to say. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, that teaser behind the scenes that I have put out there. I know a lot of people are like, Ray, you look so Hollywood. And I'm like, girl, I am not Hollywood. I will never be Hollywood. I am Ray Guzman, psychic medium. I'm Texas Southern Glam. Bougie, ratchet, whatever you want to call me, but I will never, even if I was to make it to TV someday at some point, I'll never change who I am, and I will always remain humble and know my roots. And I think that's kind of like why I haven't yet made it to TV yet, because a lot of people, sometimes they look at you, they look at your image, they want someone that they can kind of mold and shape and whatnot, and I'm just not that person. I'm not, and I will never be. So if, the opportunity to work with producers or TV network or whatnot, they're going to get a person. I'm not, I'm not going to sit here and say that I won't work with them, and, I won't like read off of a script and whatnot, but it has to be authentic. It has to be real. I cannot be fake, and I can't, just be, I can't be fake. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of are enjoying me being a little bit more outspoken. I feel like it's a new me. I feel like I've gone through an evolution and continuing to go through that. And so, yeah, going back to that video that I did, the sneak peek, there's going to be a special announcement sometime before this year's over or the beginning of next year regarding what this photo shoot was all about. And I'm going to start leaking some pictures from that photo shoot so you can kind of see it. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go to @PsychicMediumRay. Another thing, apparently all the popular psychics or well-known psychics are being targeted by scammers on Instagram and on Facebook. So let me give you the tea. If you ever get a request from somebody on Instagram that looks like me, my page, automatically that unless I've read for you and we've, you have maybe like messaged me and, I've read for you and whatnot, I don't follow anyone unless, we are really like tight and I know you and we become good friends. I do not message anyone at all. I do not message and solicit services at all. I do not tell you to go to any other website to purchase any kind of reading unless it's www.raymondguzman.net. And I will never hold like giveaways that are like $5,000 worth. I mean, I'm doing good in my business, but I am not rich. I'm not even making that here as a YouTuber. So like, yeah, girl, that is like bad. And I had a scammer that was impersonating me on Instagram, trying to ruin my reputation and act like me and messaging and following all of my people that I follow, all of my friends or, clients and whatnot that I follow, trying to impersonate me, and then messaging them privately, letting them know that they could, get a reading with them and they were holding a sweepstakes giveaway. I was like, girl, that is shady the house. That is like crazy. So, and then on Facebook, there's people that have created accounts with me. I don't know what the true tea is on Instagram and what their deal is, what their damage is, but I'm trying to get that blue verification mark. And I don't know, whoever works on Instagram, they need to get off their high horse and stop judging people, and people that are well-known influencers or celebrities or people like myself that have a large following. We need that blue verification mark so that our account can be verified. Like Instagram needs to get with it. They're so about censoring and all that, but then we have a bigger dilemma here where people like myself are being impersonated and other colleagues of mine are being impersonated on these large accounts. They're creating accounts and then stealing our photos and using them to make that account that they've created look like a very authentic account, which they can't even spell, by the way, because the last two people that have done that got the word celebrity wrong and something else. So I'm like, girl, you need Hooked on Phonics or you need the dictionary, because obviously you did not go to grammar school. You did not take English so that you could understand how to spell correctly. But anyways, that's another issue, but I wanted to bring it to your attention here so that if you do come across any of these things, please report that account and block them. Report and block, because they are scammers impersonating myself and other people out there. But yeah, Instagram needs to get it together. They need to give me that blue verification mark. I don't know what their criteria is, because there's people that with less followers than me that have the blue verification mark, and they just post nudes of themselves or semi-nudes, like they're models or, whatnot. I'm like, okay, so you're going to, give those kind of people, but I'm trying not to be judgy here, but I'm just like, kind of like at that point with Instagram, like they need to fix their verification system, because yeah. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I just went into a tangent because I am like so over it. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, share, subscribe. And many blessings to each and every one of you. Until next time, bye.